Hi, I'm Stephanie Burt. Just like some who've come before me, I eat, I travel, I write, and I talk. Boy, do I talk. But I also listen too. And these are some of the stories I hear and experience around the Southern table. They are rooted in personal and cultural history, resonance with seasonality and the living environment, and a passion for high-level craft that in its pursuit offers the possibility of sustenance from one hand to another. Let's dig in. Today we are standing on the bow, I got that right?
You did.
On a shrimp boat in Calabash Creek in Calabash, North Carolina. And this is your shrimp boat. What is the shrimp boat's name?
Southern Charm.
Well, for my Charleston listeners, that's a name they're not going to forget, right?
Very true. Very true. They've probably seen it down in Charleston before in its lifetime.
Yeah. Has it been on the show?
Not on the show, but it's been in Charleston, McClellanville, Georgetown. Yeah, shrimping up down the East Coast.
Just over the South Carolina state border from Myrtle Beach is Calabash, North Carolina, a small commercial fishing town that's been known for generations, especially for its shrimp. For many beachgoers, including many in my family, a trip to the beach wasn't complete without a visit to a fish camp in Calabash. In this little eddy of a spot in Brunswick County, there were once lots of fishing camps along the tidal river here, and soon they began selling plates of fried seafood. The shacks and camps became casual restaurants, but like many places in the South, the moniker fish camps stuck. For Calabash, it transcended place and soon became a whole style of seafood. According to food writer and past Southern Fork guest Sherry Castle, Calabash style means perfectly fried seafood with a light, crisp, and ethereal battered crust. Calabash is still small, less than 3,000 full-time residents, and I'll bet most of them know Bob Taylor. Not only will you find him manning the flat-top grill or bussing tables on a busy day at his restaurant, Waterfront Seafood Shack, but he's also the owner of Calabash Fishing Fleet and Calabash Fisheries. And probably more than a few residents will remember when he rode his bike down to the restaurants to work a dishwashing job when he wasn't even old enough for a driver's license.
It's been a fun place to grow up and watch it change and evolve over the years.
So, is there a down season anymore for this area?
Years ago, after Labor Day, everything just kind of rolled up and went away. But nowadays, it is pretty much year-round. There's a couple months that we don't do or see a whole lot of folks at the waterfront because it's cold outside, but the fishing's very good, usually December and January.
Well, that means that you got to deal with tourists 24/7. And it is a unique person that can live in a tourist town and take care of them, which has been really your life's work. I'm sure it helps to be on the boat sometimes away from all that.
It does. There's several trips a year that I go that I just go to get away from the phone and my fun people here on the dock.
Yes. What is one thing that doing this work and one thing you love about tourists that makes it fun?
Just meeting new people every day, just the excitement of not knowing who's behind that next door, who's going to walk down the hill that you may have known from a prior lifetime or someone you hadn't seen in 20 years, and you just don't know who you're going to see next walking up in the parking lot.
And then also, on the other side of that, we have to say, what is something that you wish the tourists wouldn't do?
Feed the birds. The birds love the seafood just as much as we do.
Well, and they like my French fries. I got up to take a picture, and this woman's like, I have to protect your plate. And it was too late. And then I thought, well, I should be done then, because I don't know if I want to eat after a bird.
Yes, they will dive in and just steal a fry right off your plate.
Yeah, they definitely did. I identified them on my Merlin Cornell University. I have a bird app.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I'm into that.
That's cool.
It makes me cool. Bob's father-in-law opened the tiny fishing shack with a dock attached to it more than 50 years ago. Up the hill in the same parking lot sits a small fish market owned by the family too. And honestly, this is one of the most unique restaurants I've visited, and the setting is just the beginning. And then when you got involved, you decided to do something crazy.
Yeah.
What is that?
Multiple things over the years. She had always wanted an ice cream shop on the waterfront. And her dad had always told her, he was a salty dog. He said, there ain't going to be no ice cream shop on this waterfront. So she got her ice cream shop on the waterfront, which is now the kitchen for the Waterfront Seafood Shack, was the ice cream shop for years.
How many square feet is that kitchen?
It's roughly 225 square feet.
Okay. And I did peek in there. I peeked in there when I shouldn't have been and saw the flat top completely full.
Yes, it was. We were grilling up some shrimp for our lovely patrons.
And then I saw 3 fry baskets.
Yes.
Right?
3 fryers and a steamer.
And a steamer. So I want to know, what is the number one way people like to get their seafood here?
I would say it's probably still fried, but knocking on that door is a very close second, grilled.
Okay. So how do you keep your grilled seafood juicy? Because I got the shrimp and they weren't over grilled. Mm-hmm. They were very nice and they had a little bit of seasoning. So what's going on there?
Lots of attention to the grill, and a little salted butter helps. And our seasoning that we put on those. But just that in itself, just watching your food on the grill the entire time until you think it's ready and you're ready to eat it is when it's time to come off.
So in many places in America, I know that even though you eat waterfront, the shrimp comes in on a truck out the back door, right? Mm-hmm. That is not the case here. So you are very unique in the fact that you catch everything that you cook, correct?
Yeah, we have 2 commercial boats that fish for the fish force and a shrimp boat that does the shrimp.
Sometimes when it's really busy, I have heard that you have to have a little bit longer ticket times because you have to go fillet fish. Is that true?
It is, unfortunately. We don't like to have mainly me, run out of the kitchen to go fillet fish, but it does happen.
Wow. That is just so unusual in this world. You know that that's very unusual, right?
It is, and it's labor intensive.
Yes, and you're here a lot.
I love. Yes, I'm here usually from dark to dark.
Yeah.
Pretty much every day, but it's fun. I don't necessarily call it a whole lot of work unless I'm really doing something I don't like, buried up under an engine in a boat or something. But other than that, I enjoy it.
Did you always cook?
I have. I've cooked since I was a kid. It's just kind of one of those things I think my parents instilled into me. I did my own laundry at probably age 8, 9. Showed me how to do it, and I said, all right, I got it.
You need to start a boot camp.
Yes, I agree. 100%.
I mean, I thought, I was scrubbing screens in the windows when I was we would wear bathing suits and I would be like, oh, yeah, we're going to do something fun. That's not fun. We're about to do this. And I would, scrub my knuckles off or whatever. It wasn't hard labor except for like 30 minutes. But I thought I was like doing well. But my mom still did my laundry at age 9 for sure. There are definitely restaurants in the United States that have gardens that grow some of the food they serve, and even restaurants that raise their own beef, such as Herd Provisions in Charleston, South Carolina. But most of these restaurants overwhelmingly fall in the fine dining category. It's really exceptional to see Bob and his dock and kitchen team committing to the sourcing ethos for a casual, often high-volume restaurant. And the freshness ensures amazing taste, which keeps the customers coming back year after year.
For the most part, the folks I served, a large percentage are vacationers from around the country and may not have unless they do it for a living as well, for some other style or product of or facet of whatever it is they eat. But I just know directly where everything comes from and have that innate feeling of where it came from and how long it took to grow to be big enough for me to bring it home and feed it to other folks. And I don't know, it's just a cool sense of when all the lights shut off and all the crops are gone or something's gone, I know where I'm going. I'm going to fish. I know where I'm going to eat from.
Yes.
So it's a fun place to live.
And so you're really anchored in the whole kind of, Lion King. I'm not going to sing the song Circle of Life a little bit over here, right? But you have 2 daughters, right? Mm-hmm. And they are working in the business now too.
They are.
Wow.
They work in the restaurant and one is a licensed captain as well.
came up with the pound cake and ice cream?
Now you're talking. My wife. My wife took my grandmother's recipe and has just put another little twist on it, and it just took off.
Tell me how you build it.
It is at heart just a butter pound cake.
Mm-hmm.
Just her particular recipe, cooked for 58 minutes in the oven. Most of the time I have to sample it to make sure it was right. When it comes out, it's nice and warm and hot with a big glass of milk.
You never get tired of it?
Never.
Never.
No, but I should weigh about 400 pounds.
Well, you're also under boats fixing machines and running up the hill to fillet fish. So you work off those pound cake calories, right?
I do.
Yeah.
But we grill that pound cake on a flat top. We caramelize butter on both sides. Somehow got the name of fried pound cake, but it's truly not fried. It's grilled, and it's just delicious. Served with a scoop of your favorite ice cream.
Yeah. I think a lot of people would like that. Do you think that is your number one dessert now?
It is without question. The pound cake is number one.
So your wife's grandmother's pound cake usurped the ice cream stand, and it's now a pound cake with ice cream stand.
It is. It is.
As I sat and enjoyed my lunch, I watched tables slowly fill up, including two couples of Myrtle Beach locals sharing a sunny afternoon beer together, and a family with kids of varying ages who relished dipping French fries in ketchup. All while the boat crew readied for a trip, walking up the hill to get wheelbarrow loads of ice and supplies. There aren't as many places like this in the American South anymore because residential waterfront development is one of the immense pressures in the region. Sure, this is development too, but Calabash is still largely a working waterfront that utilizes the access as a multifaceted resource, not a private residential development with no trespassing lawns reaching to the water's edge. Working waterfront families, well, they work hard, but the restaurants here, including Waterfront Seafood Shack, help buoy the economics and keep this rich Southern cultural experience from disappearing, made all the little sweeter with a slice of pound cake. What are they fishing for right now? What is coming in on the dock right now? This is the shoulder season, so we're looking at September, October, November.
We're catching commercially grouper, snapper, black sea bass, rudderfish, triggerfish, the whole gamut, offshore of great eating bottom fish, golden tile. It's a wide variety of different great eating fish, king mackerel, wahoo.
And it just depends on the day what you're serving?
It does. It really depends on the day and the catch.
Yeah. So people never know what they're going to be walking into that day. You just got to be ready for fish.
Yep, ready for some good fish.
And those can be fixed in all the ways?
Yep. We fry, grill, blacken, all those fish.
That sounds great. Now, all that stuff keeps you busy. I have seen photos of a barn that is now an event space and a working barn, right?
It is. It is.
So, gosh, you seem to have a lot of energy. What is making you hungry? What is next for Waterfront Seafood Shack and all of its iterations?
Who knows what's going to be next? A few things working on the horizon. We're going to do some private stuff. We've got a couple of Airbnbs, and a new one that we're getting ready to bring online is a boat. We're going to have a 60-foot boat. It's a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath motor yacht.
A little liveaboard action?
A little liveaboard action. That's going to be an Airbnb that you can rent by the night. But we've just ventured into the barn going into a wedding venue. Just a lot of fun things.
Do you get the opportunity to marry people since you're a captain?
Not yet. The question has been asked several times, but I've just deferred.
That'd be fun.
It would be fun. But somebody's got to cook all the food. So,
well, that is true. But you could wear one of those, 1970s captain hats. Maybe a frilly tuxedo shirt. That seems like you.
Yeah, there's no telling. No, there's no telling.
You can wear your wellies, shrimp boots. Okay, so what is one aspect of this job that is multiple jobs that really meshes with an aspect of your natural personality, like a puzzle piece?
Good question. I'd say there are multiple facets or parts of it, but cooking, I guess, goes back to my root of what I always loved cooking.
What do you like about it? The sensory thing? You like the completion of a task? taking care of people? What do you think?
I think it's the smile on the face when they put that, whatever it is I'm cooking for them in their mouth, and that grin or that smile and that, oh my gosh. Yeah,
So
that's
that
good.
doesn't get old.
Never. Never. Yep.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. My wife tells me that even when I'm at home eating, after she's cooked dinner and I'm sitting there and I'm eating and she records me on occasion, mama, I just get into eating. Something about good food.
So when other people do that too, you're like, I get it.
I do.
Yes.
Yeah. It makes me happy.
What is something keeping you up at night?
Very little keeps me up at night. Very little.
You're a little tired at the end of this day.
I am.
And you got to get out here before the sun rises, right?
Yes, I do. The only thing nothing keeps me awake anymore. Years ago, I would wake up and I was heading shrimp. I used to head shrimp so many every day that I would wake up heading shrimp.
Oh, wow.
Counting shrimp.
Yes.
Yeah, but not so much anymore.
So how many quarts of shrimp broth do you have, shrimp stock do you have in some freezer somewhere? Because, you're looking at those heads and you're like, can't weigh any of that. I got to use it somehow, right?
Oh, yeah. I give most of it away, believe it or not.
You
Nowadays, I give it away and I feed the crabs with it.
Oh, okay.
Because I have so much of it, it's...
Right. They know where to hang out.
Yes,
those blue crabs.
They do.
Okay, so this is my last question, and it is the magic picnic basket question. So instead of a death row meal, a few years ago, I devised this question instead to put together a picnic basket to bring you life. So with this basket, I can time travel. I can go back and ask anybody to make one more bite of something you would just love to have. I can cook a little bit. I make a pound cake. I make a pretty good pound cake. I think listeners know that I make pound cakes, but I do not want to compete with Grandma's pound cake today at Waterfront Seafood Shack. And I can source a little bit. So I'd love to put some things in that basket for you. Doesn't have to be a composed meal, just some things that are like, yes, these are some of my favorite things together. So what can I bring you?
I'd probably say off just the top of my head, I love the mixture of the shrimp, sausage, deep fried corn, just our steam pot that we do in the restaurant. I serve it for two, but when I serve it to me for one.
Okay. You can get that anytime. You could get that right now if you wanted to.
I can.
What is something you've had from somebody else that you really love too? We'll definitely put that steam pot in there. Deep fried corn is a new twist on that.
Very good. Yes. From someone else's kitchen or someone else that cooks for me, I would probably say I love a good ribeye.
Do you like a sauce on it? Are you...
marinated for about 2 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ribeye is the cut. It is the one. When I first started eating steak out at restaurants, I was so excited to have filet because I'd never had it. And now
it's good.
It's fine.
Yeah. I'm the guy at the Japanese steakhouse that says, all that fat you just cut off that ribeye, give it over here. Give it to me.
You're like, just keep it on the flat top for a minute. Let it get a little crispy.
Just a
and
little
that's
more
perfect.
done.
Yes, that sounds great. And that's the show for today. This podcast is produced in-house by the Southern Fork, and the theme music is the song Memphis Bound from Songs for Rosetta by Jimbo Mathis and his Knockdown Society, released in 1997 and including violin on this track from Andrew Bird. Mathis, who generously allowed me to use this music here, has been my lifetime musical Pied Piper, and Bird, one of my creative catalysts, so I'm grateful to share their sound with you through this show. If you like what you've heard today, please send it to somebody you'd like to sit across the table from, and please support all the creators featured here. Until next time.